This morning, there's a national champion in men's college basketball. Find out whether it was Purdue or UConn who took home the trophy late last night in Arizona.
Plus, we recap President Biden's visit to Madison. Find out the details of his student loan cancellation plan and the reaction from both sides.
And we do have clear skies right now. Temperature starting out in the 40s. Should be a nice afternoon. We're tracking some rain later in the week coming up.
Hey, good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Yeah, yesterday, a busy day. The president was in town. We had the eclipse. You had the men's national championship. A lot going on. And some beautiful weather to enjoy.
Yeah, a lot to get to this morning. I hope you enjoyed the eclipse yesterday. Let's get to Kelly Slifka. Along with that eclipse, we got some beautiful weather and hoping it rolls on over into today.
Yeah, it really cleared out nicely, at least in Madison. I know some of our northwestern counties, actually not too far to the northwest, did see some cloud cover, but I think we'll see a day very similar to yesterday. We will see some clouds roll through, but quite a bit of sunshine as well. It's going to remain mild right through tomorrow. That'll change on Thursday. It looks like Thursday's not going to be so nice. Kind of a wet, rainy, cold afternoon with temperatures only in the 50s. But it should clear up just in time for the upcoming weekend and very mild temperatures. In fact, we could be in the 70s by Sunday. So right now we have quiet weather with clear skies here. There's been some rain showers across northern parts of the state. All that staying up to our north, but may drag some cloud cover from time to time going through the afternoon hours. But right now we're starting out at 46 in Madison, 48 in Middleton, 46 currently in Monona as well. So our future track, we'll look at these 40s, continue to climb to the 50s here early this afternoon. There will be a noticeable west wind up there at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So rain chance, really the only really good rain chance is going to be coming our way Thursday night. Kind of a slow moving system for us. Otherwise fairly quiet going into the weekend. There will be some chances of some storms. They'll be more scattered going into next week. But you see the sun coming up this morning, 46 currently. Westerly wind now has picked up to 9 miles per hour, but we'll be in the 40s, but warming into the 50s by the noon hour. We'll talk more about that rain chance later in the week coming up.
All right, looking forward to it. Kelly, thank you. Well, the UConn Huskies are waking up back-to-back champs in men's college basketball.
Yeah, it was a late one last night, wrapping up around 10:30. Let's get you caught up on some of the action. UConn and Purdue for a national championship in Glendale, Arizona. Here's Donovan Klingen with the offensive rebound. He's going to send it out to Tristan Newton, who nails the three. This was all UConn. Later, Newton's going to toss the alley-oop to Samson Johnson off the bench. He'll slam it home. Final score in this one, 75-60. UConn repeats as national champs. The first time that's happened since Florida did it in 2006 and 7. Here's UConn head coach Dan Hurley after the game.
We're going to try and replicate it again. You know, we're going to, you know, we're going to maintain a championship culture. We're bringing in some very talented high school freshmen. Our returning players through player development will take a big jump.
Tristan Newton was named the Final Four Most Outstanding Player. The win is UConn's 6th national championship, tied for 3rd most in men's college basketball.
6:03 now. President Biden has new plans to cancel student debt. It was the theme of his visit here in Madison yesterday. You can see him getting off the plane of Air Force One right here at Dane County Regional. With Wisconsin, of course, being a swing state in this year's election, the president is looking to win over younger voters. The debt cancellation plan targets specific groups like borrowers that have accrued so much interest that they now owe more than when they started, as well as borrowers who have been paying back their loans for more than 2 decades. According to the White House, close to 70% of loan borrowers will see their debt either lessened or canceled altogether.
Too many people feel the strain and stress, wondering if they're can get married, have their first child, start a family, because even if they get by, they still have this crushing debt. That's not it's not just a drag on them. It's a drag on our local economies. It's a drag on, no, it really is.
Nothing is set in stone yet. The plans still have to be finalized and withstand any potential legal battles. So far, 4 million people have seen their federal student loan debt canceled under President Biden, totaling about $146 billion. The president hopes these efforts will resonate broadly with students like this.
I feel the student loan debt after undergrad and then a PhD. There's a lot of that going around, so that's important to me.
Students hoping to benefit from the loan cancellation plans weren't the only ones paying attention to the president's visit yesterday. Protesters gathered to voice their disapproval of the president's handling of the conflict in Gaza. We will have more on that coming up in our next half hour.
Those protesters not the only ones disapproving of President Biden's visit. Some high-profile Wisconsin Republicans are also responding to the visit. During a press call, they criticized the president on a number of issues, including student debt cancellation, calling Biden's plan unconstitutional and unfair.
The president is simply shifting the burden to those individuals that paid off their student loans or worked their way through school or chose to take a career that didn't require a four-year education. The president should explain to someone who's working as a carpenter in Kenosha how this program is fair to them.
Representative Stiles, a former regent of the University of Wisconsin system, he had direct involvement in controlling the cost of attending the school's system.
This morning, abortion is back front and center in the 2024 presidential race after former President Donald Trump yesterday declined to throw his support behind a national abortion ban. Instead, he said the contentious issue should be left up to the states. The Trump announcement has brought on some criticism from prominent members of his own party, as well as from the Biden-Harris campaign. CBS's Jared Hill has more from New York.
This morning, former President Donald Trump is facing backlash from his base with his latest stance on abortion. Instead of supporting a federal ban, punting to the states.
At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people.
Trump, though, still boasting for appointing the Supreme Court justices who helped overturn the federal right to an abortion.
I was proudly the person responsible.
Staunch Trump allies, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, in a rare public rebuttal, posted he respectfully disagrees with Trump's take, again pushing for a federal 15-week ban. The former president fired back, writing Graham is, quote, doing a great disservice to the Republican Party.
I was surprised.
Marjorie Dannenfelser of Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America says she's disappointed by the former president's decision not to endorse a national ban. But after a phone call with Trump yesterday, she believes that he could change his mind.
I actually do think that he will get there.
President Biden and Vice President Harris made similar arguments yesterday.
If MAGA Republicans put a federal ban on his desk, he'd sign it.
They vowed to restore federal abortion rights. It's okay. And just hours after Trump's announcement, the Biden campaign released a new ad featuring a Texas woman who was denied abortion services following a miscarriage, saying a resulting infection may prevent her from getting pregnant again. Jared Hill, CBS News.
An Arizona court is expected to announce a decision today on whether to keep a 2022 law that allows abortions up to 15 weeks or reinstate a Civil War-era near ban on the procedure. The issue will also be on the ballot this November in states like Florida, Maryland, and New York. To state politics now, Governor Evers is continuing what he calls his Year of the Worker. With it, he has vetoed a bill which would make it easier for minors to work in Wisconsin. The veto comes as Wisconsin is seeing a rise in teenagers working in hazardous and illegal jobs for their age. That's according to the U.S. Department of Labor, which found an over 100% increase in those jobs between 2021 and 2023. Evers criticized the Republican-led bill for taking away children's chances of being kids.
Our kids should be focusing on being kids, doing well in school, taking good care of themselves, growing up. They shouldn't be worrying about getting injured on the job or receiving a fair wage for their work or having their labor taken advantage of.
The bill Evers vetoed would have removed the need for businesses to get a special license to employ 14 and 15-year-olds while also carving out exceptions to Wisconsin's hazardous labor laws for children.
All right, we are looking at some nice conditions over the next couple of days, but some rains in the forecast later this week. Well, the first one forecast coming up.
Also ahead, some Badger women's hockey players in action in the IIHF World Championships. Find out who and how they did coming up in sports.
And in the 608, what you need to know about a free health fair happening later this month and the group behind it.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Window World. Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Check this out, the newest fantasy game from DraftKings. Just pick between 2 and 6 players and choose if they're gonna have more or less of a stat. Then compete against others for cash prizes. It's that simple. Okay, let's try it. Do you want more Kevin Hart or less Kevin Hart now? No? Don't answer that.
Download the Pick 6 app today and score up to $200 back in Pick 6 credits if you don't win your first pick set. The crown is yours.
What?
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Who isn't ready for spring and up to 50% off list? It's the spring home sale and big deals are everywhere at Slumberland Furniture. Like this trending comfy sectional for just $15.95 or update your living room for just $4.75. Spring into a comfy lazy boy recliner for just $3.98. You'll find great deals in every department at up to 50% off list, including this cool to the touch mattress. Plus, pay no interest for 3 years at our big spring home sale now at Slumberland.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Hey, 612, we're back. Checking out what's going on in the 608 this morning. Talking about a free health fair happening later this month with the goal of making a positive difference in the 608.
That's right. Our Josh Breider is here with more on how this event is looking this year. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. A group of folks are making healthcare more accessible to parts of the community who may not have the ease of getting that care. We first featured this group last year. Now their second annual event is set for Saturday, April 20th. That's next weekend. Anderson and Shapiro eye surgeons will once again be partnering with the Lions Eye Bank of Wisconsin and the Lions Club. They'll provide a free eyeglass screening to anyone of any age in the greater Madison area. This includes free eyeglasses if needed. But even if you don't need a screening, you may still be able to help. If you have any unused or damaged glasses just sitting there at home, you can donate them for someone else in need through the Lions Eye Bank of Wisconsin. They will be put to good use helping one of our neighbors. This health fair is first come, first served, and all ages are welcome. All you have to do is show up between 9 and 3 on Saturday, April 20th at their offices. That's 1200 John Q. Hammonds Drive on Madison's west side. In addition to the eye screening, there's also a free booth on site through the Elite Hearing Center where they're going to actually provide free hearing tests as well. So this is a one-stop shop sort of event. You can find all these details up on channel3000.com. Again, that is next weekend. Wanted to give you ample time to plan ahead. Lead photographer Mark Schilling's on top of his game as he always is. He had a couple of
an old pair of glasses to donate
sitting at
for the
home.
cause?
I was looking at this one though. These look like they're like
for a 3-year-old.
And also really old.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. They'll take anything. Like that's
awesome.
The beauty of it. Even if they're broken, give it back to them because they can manufacture it usually, and they have the parts, they have the availability to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So
reuse that stuff.
I got a couple pair hanging around I could donate.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got an old pair somewhere. As glasses wearers, we've always got them laying around, right?
Recycle, reuse.
That's
plus,
right.
I mean, as you guys know, you need the glasses to be able to see, and there are so many people that don't have the access to that.
It's a quality of life thing.
It really is.
And an expense, too. I mean,
time.
Glasses, getting your eyes checked, I mean, that is an expensive thing. So.
And it's a stressful time for a lot of people, you know, so they're trying to make it as easy as possible.
Thanks for telling us about it.
Yeah, you bet, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it, Josh. Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with you folks at home in the 608, so reach out on social media or email him if you have an idea that you think should be on TV.
All right, time now, 6:14. Kelly Slifka's outside. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It is a pretty nice morning. We do have the sun coming up now on the horizon and not seeing a whole lot of cloud cover out here this morning. There's a little bit of a wind. We need that jacket this morning and probably even into the afternoon as temperatures will remain very close to 60 for the high temperature. Now, we are watching a large storm system down to the south. This has been the focus of severe weather across parts of Texas, the lower Mississippi Valley. That's a system that will be arriving here, it looks like, later in the week, mainly late Wednesday night, Thursday. Thursday looks to be the main issue with it. Now, it's going to bring a lot of rain. Thankfully, no severe weather. All that severe weather threat is going to stay to our south, but it is that time of the year when we do have the potential of seeing severe weather. Heck, we already saw a tornado in February this year. Now, we are under a severe weather awareness week this week. They will be operating a mock drill, test, if you will. That'll be at 1:45. So if you hear the sirens go off on Thursday, and I know it's going to be raining Thursday, don't worry about it. It's just a test. I don't expect any severe weather. And they will do another test at 6:45 just to make sure everything's in operational order as we are headed into severe weather season. Nothing like that today. 60 expected with the average now 54. Sun comes up here in just under 10 minutes at 6:24. All right, we are looking at some pretty nice weather today and also tomorrow. Mild temperatures. That's out ahead of a system that's not going to be so great. It's going to bring us some more moisture, some more rain, and it's going to be quite a bit cooler. Kind of an all-day rain for us coming our way Thursday. Meantime, today, nice. Got any outdoor activity? Should be no problems. Just a bit of a west wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour and partly sunny skies. Really is getting up close to 60 this afternoon. It's a later Wednesday night. The system coming in from the south that'll spread the rain with us. Now, folks to the west along the Mississippi River, you might wait a little bit, probably wrapping in as we go into later Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. But from Madison areas to the east, it's going to be a pretty solid area of rain. That'll continue right into Friday morning before finally exiting onto the east and getting into some drier weather. And could get a soaker once again, especially the southern counties from Madison down toward Janesville. Seem to be getting all the rain. We're going to get more of the rain, 1 inch to 1.5 inches, lesser amounts across western parts of the state. It's 46 right now in Madison. It's 37 in Watertown, Monroe, 44, Mineral Point, 39, 44 in Boscobel, across Dane County, 39 in Sauk City, Sun Prairie at 41, Cottage Grove, and Oregon all at 41 as well. So our first warm forecast keeps it pretty nice the next couple of days. 60 today, even warmer tomorrow, 67. That rain chance develops well after midnight Wednesday night, and a pretty solid area of chilly rains on Thursday. It's going to be breezy as well. Drying out Friday, then we really warm up just in time for the weekend. Looks great. 67 Saturday, 72 on Sunday.
It was hard to know exactly what to expect out of the Brewers this season. They traded away their best pitcher, lost their star manager, but they've surprised some people out of the gates. Off to a 6-2 start. Playing the Reds last night in Cincy. The Reds led by 8 in the fourth, but the Crew weren't going away easy. Bryce Terang popping off in his sophomore year. Hadn't homered yet this year. That is, until now. The second baseman blasts a solo shot. He'd sparked the Crew at 4 RBIs in the game, and now it's Yelly's turn. Christian Yelich in the top of the 7th blasts his 4th homer of the season. Suddenly, it's a 9-8 ball game, but the Reds, they've got Elly De La Cruz, who had already homered in this contest, but now he wanted to do it the hard way. The Phenom would come all the way around to score on the inside Parker, and the Brewers lose. 10-8 is your final. And where were you when Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record? Well, I wasn't alive, but 50 years ago yesterday, the former Brewer and one of the best baseball players ever hit his 715th home run. Of course, technically, the record has since been broken by Barry Bonds, but that's a conversation for another day. Team USA playing Canada last night in the Women's World Ice Hockey Championships. Both rosters littered with current and former Wisconsin stars. Both teams entered this one undefeated, scoreless in the final seconds of regulation. Lacey Eden with a golden opportunity, but the Badger star couldn't get it between the wickets. So let's head to overtime, and boy, did these Badgers mean business. Caroline Harvey with space to work finds Kirsten Sims, and it's a goal. One Badger assist to the other, and the Stars and Stripes win it. Wow, 1-0 is your final. And after a brilliant first season under Mike Hastings, Wisconsin men's hockey took a big blow to start the offseason yesterday. Cruz Lucius, whose 13 goals were the second most on the team, entered the transfer portal. Now, this comes on the heels of David Cilia, Matthew Fowl, and goalkeeper Kyle McClellan foregoing their final years of eligibility and turning pro. And in the men's national championship game last night, Purdue would look to become the first Big Ten team to be a national champion since 2000, but it wasn't in the cards. UConn pulls off the first back-to-back national title since Florida in 2007. The Huskies win it 75-60. That's your morning sports fix. Have a terrific Tuesday.
You too, Andrew. Still ahead, an immersive in-home art experience we'll tell you about.
And coming up in our next half hour, how one couple from Poinet helps to reform the pricing practices for prescription drugs to avoid a tragedy like they experienced.
And as we had to break this morning, we're taking a look at gas prices. Stay with us.
Susan Simon, News 3 Now at 4 and 5 weekdays moving forward.
Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years' experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 2 years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
My name is Jack Frank. I'm a retired paper mill worker in the valley here, and I work for Copeland Bus part-time on the side. I've had my own route now here for the last 3-4 years, and the kids on it are great. Flexible hours, they work with you in many different ways. If you've got something going, they accommodate you, or they try to get somebody to run your road. Copeland treats you decent. You know, all the years I worked here. It's a great place to work.
Shop family-owned Brothers Maine for our large selection, low-price deals, and free delivery on top brands like Cafe, Hotpoint, and GE Appliances. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases. And feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Kelly needs new floors.
I need new floors.
So she went to the flooring experts at LL Flooring, and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3, floor. Nice one, Kelly. LL Flooring, every step covered.
It's 6:23. We are sharing a lovely crescent moon photo here from our viewer Gwen.
Yep, I was wrong. I thought this was the eclipse.
Yeah,
it was not.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm a big boy.
It's very big of you.
Yeah.
Very big of you. A lovely shot, Gwen. Thank you for sharing that crescent moon, which had us fooled for a second.
Yeah.
It might have been an eclipse.
Gwen messaged me, gave me some good info, so thank you, Gwen.
Yeah. And then shout out to photojournalist Mark Schilling, who said if it was the eclipse, it would have been higher in the sky. It would have been higher up there.
Common knowledge.
There you go.
All right.
Glad we sorted that out. All right, Shane, what's trending today?
All right, this is a cool story here. What you're about to see looks like it could be out of a museum, but it's actually somebody's house. Check this out here. The man who owns the house, his name is Albino Carreria. He fell previously from a construction site over 30 years ago and was unable to work.
Looks like he's been busy since.
And exactly. His recovery inspired him to start transforming the space around him using materials similar to the plates and screws that were inserted into his body. His house is now an art attraction featuring countless wooden screws and scraps of metal, all sorts of different things, a real intricate creative design here by a man that he says is seeking a diversion from his physical pain.
Well, it keeps going, doesn't it?
It keeps going. There's all sorts of little things. You see a clock there, there's figurines, there's nuts and bolts, all sorts of stuff. This is up in Toronto. Very cool, very cool. I would like to check that out.
A really interesting looking mosaic here.
All those
coins.
Coins, yeah.
The shells, rocks, all sorts of stuff. You got to take that energy and put it into something when you're going through
very good
a life-changing ordeal like that. So very interesting to see what this gentleman's done.
Yeah, kudos to him. I'm sure that brightens some people's day as well. So very cool.
All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka, see what's coming up in the forecast. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, pretty nice day, kind of like yesterday. Partly sunny skies as temperatures get up very close to 60, even warmer tomorrow up to 67. Do have a rainy Thursday, but a beautiful weekend, 60s and low 70s.
All right, we're back after this. Don't go anywhere.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Transform your yard into something you can be proud of. From initial design to complete finished installation, Maple Leaf will design a yard that'll be the envy of the neighborhood. Maple Leaf Landscaping, your year-round property care specialists. Just look for the orange leaf.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower, so he went right to work on it. I think he's procrastinating.
For a new bathtub or shower, just call 1-800-HANSONS. Installed in as little as 1 day with optional safety features and a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest, no payments for 2 full years. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
I get very angry because no one fought for him, and now it's too late.
Right now, parents turning grief into action, where they're taking their fight to save lives.
Plus, who's at risk for the avian influenza and the precautions that you should take.
Starting out in the 40s this morning, right now 46 in Madison. We're headed up close to 60 today, but rain later in the week. More coming up.
And more on President Biden's plan for student borrowers and what protesters are demanding from him.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us on a Tuesday. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Hoping that weather from yesterday rolls on over into today. It was just so nice.
It was beautiful. Got outside a little bit, took a little walk through the garbage, did all the things, and I was like, man, this is what I'm talking about. It really feels like this time we're over the hump. I say that very cautiously because we had snow last week.
Yeah. There's also that eclipse yesterday.
Yeah, that little thing that people were talking about.
That happened too. Kelly Slivka's got some pictures to show us. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, Shane, we got you on tape now, so you better hope with this.
Come at me, snow. Come at me.
Yeah, this was the eclipse yesterday. I know this kind of looks like the moon because it's so dark, but if you had those glasses on yesterday, this is what you saw, those really filtered glasses, very dark, but that looks like the crescent moon, but actually that was the eclipse yesterday. Thanks, Mike, for sending that in. Obviously, it was a nationwide event yesterday, and we've got some quiet weather today again. Kind of a similar day as what we saw yesterday. We should see some sunshine, a few clouds rolling in this afternoon, but it's going to remain mild. We're up close to 60 today, well in the 60s tomorrow. That'll change on Thursday, so enjoy the next couple of days. By Thursday, it's going to be rainy and turning cooler before the mild weather moves in for the weekend. Here's a little system spinning up across northern parts of the state. Some rain showers in northern Wisconsin up through the UP of Michigan. May spread in a few clouds for us today, but just a few to filter out the sun a little bit. Right now, 46 in Madison, also Monona, Marshall, 43. Edgerton right now at 46 degrees, so not bad this morning. There will be a noticeable west wind up there around 10 to 15 miles per hour as we climb through the 50s, getting very close to 60, very similar to what we had yesterday with the sunshine. Now, we've got a couple of quiet days. Thursday looks to be a washout. It's not going to be a pretty day. We've got rain expected pretty much all day Thursday night. Should be clearing up by Friday during the morning hours. And then we've got beautiful weather headed our way for the weekend. So we just have a few high thin clouds currently out there. Temperatures are rising from the 40s into the 50s by the noon hour with a westerly wind. More on that rain chance later this week and beautiful weather for the weekend coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Following up now on President Joe Biden's visit to Madison.
While here, Biden announced the plan to provide student loan debt relief to millions of borrowers. If the plan's finalized as proposed, that would cancel up to $20,000 for borrowers who've seen their balance grow beyond its original amount. That would forgive some unpaid interest for about 25 million people, with 23 million seeing their interest erased. The plan would automatically cancel loans for people who are eligible for forgiveness programs. Republicans are criticizing the president's plan. This morning, we have a statement from the Republican National Committee chairman. His statement reading in part, Biden's student loan bailout for the wealthy was already struck down by the Supreme Court, and his policies are driving historic inflation while crushing industries like manufacturing and agriculture.
While the president was here, protesters rallied against his policy on the war in Gaza. Gathering outside Madison College, demonstrators expressed disappointment in the president's handling of the war, calling on him to reevaluate his approach.
What I want Biden to do is to feel the urgency that the majority of Americans want a ceasefire. We want a change, and we want him to be a leader for peace.
Biden's already called for a temporary ceasefire, but protesters want a permanent end to the war. Later this week, the GOP-controlled House is set to vote on a resolution rebuking Biden's call for a temporary ceasefire.
Time is 6:33. These are photos of Cole Schmitnick. The 22-year-old died after an asthma attack. At the time, he didn't have the medication he needed because his pharmacy benefit manager upped the price of that medication, and Cole couldn't find an alternative on time. Now, his parents are working to make sure no family has to suffer like they did. Our Arman Rahman shares their story.
These are definitely more recent pictures here.
Even at 22 years old, Bill and Shannon Schmitnick described their son Cole as
kind of just a quirky kid
who never lost his curiosity.
He would text me the most random things. Do you realize how old Pokemon is? They're older than me.
But on January 15th, 2024, he was texting his dad saying he had trouble breathing.
You could tell he was having an asthma attack.
Cole lived with asthma most his life, but this attack became more serious, so his roommate drove him to the emergency room.
Later to learn he died in the car on the way there. His friend got him there still very quick, and they were able to resuscitate him at the hospital.
Cole went into cardiac arrest, and he suffered brain damage from the lack of oxygen. His family arrived to find him on life support.
There was no hope for any type of recovery. So then we had to start having the worst discussions you could ever imagine as a parent.
Cole could always manage his asthma with his rescue inhaler and Advair, a daily steroid which was always around $5. But days before his death, when he tried to refill his Advair prescription at a Walgreens in Appleton, he was told it now cost $539, almost 1 month's rent.
He couldn't get it and left with just that rescue inhaler. That was January 10th, and by January 15th, he was texting Bill.
Bill and Shannon learned the pharmacy benefit manager, or PBM for Cole's insurance, Optum RX, moved Advair to a different tier in his plan. Bill also has asthma and takes Advair. The same thing happened to him later, but his independent pharmacist in DeForest took time to call Optum RX to make it work.
It's all down to the bottom dollar in a lot of stuff, and it's costing lives. It really is. It really is. It's affecting lives. And it's costing lives.
PBMs are middlemen that started as a way to encourage pharmacies and insurance companies to use cheaper and more efficient generic drugs.
And they're famously profitable. I mean, 50+% profit margin is pretty darn good.
But according to Dave Kraling from the UW-Madison School of Pharmacy,
well, the pharmacies have been on a delicate relationship with them, if you will, because over time they've also compressed prices so that pharmacies don't have the latitude to maybe provide the kind of care that they always like to do.
Kraling says PBMs can change the tiers of drugs based on rebates they get from contracts with drug manufacturers, and it can be hard to tell how much it's regulated.
It's all been kind of non-transparent.
Like Cole, you may only discover the price went up once you're at the pharmacy, and then have to enter into the PBM step process to find a cheaper option that's often a different dosage or medication.
What that means is that they may have to try an older or a lower cost alternative before they get access to a higher cost one.
I reached out to Optum RX. A spokesperson claims when Cole's Advair was denied, the pharmacy was instructed to contact his prescriber about 3 other alternatives. Optum RX says they never received any calls from that Walgreens in Appleton.
All the barriers that they're putting up just to get a medicine that he's been on for years that helps him breathe.
While Cole's parents were angry, they knew he wouldn't let this happen.
We are making it our mission to get the PBM reform done with the Cole Schmitnick PBM reform bill.
He was someone that would definitely stand up for the little guy and stand up for what's right.
Bill and Shannon are working with state lawmakers to open a special session in April to hear that bill. They're also launching a patient protection website to collect the hundreds of similar stories they're hearing.
Asthma medicine to diabetic medicine to cancer medicine to transplant medicine. I mean, like, it's everywhere.
For the grieving parents, it's a bittersweet battle. Most days, it's a motivator.
Other days, it's really hard. Other days, I get very angry because no one fought for him. And now it's too late.
But just like they were beside their son when he struggled to breathe.
Up to his last breath when I was held his hand.
They know they need to help others keep on living.
He would never let this just be okay. And so we can't either.
That was News 3 Now's Arman Rahman reporting. We reached out to Optum RX for this story, and the company says it reviewed Cole's case and determined the response was consistent with industry practice and Cole's insurance plan design. You can view the full statement from Optum RX at this story over on channel3000.com or on the Channel 3000 mobile app. There you can follow along as we track the potential legislation's fate at the state capitol.
Now to an update on the avian flu outbreak across the country. There's currently 1 active case of flu in the U.S. right now, a bird flu, but Even though the risk of contracting the virus is low, the CDC is still encouraging folks to stay safe, so they have some new information to help you do that. People consistently around chickens and cows are at a much higher risk of catching the virus. The virus is usually acquired by inhalation, by breathing it in. So for those of you surrounded by farm animals, the CDC encourages you to limit your exposure and try wearing a mask similar to the ones that you put on during the height of the COVID pandemic.
All right, we are looking at some quiet weather for now, but we are tracking a storm system to our south that'll bring us some rain later in the week. The first warm forecast coming up.
And to the 608, what you need to know about a free health fair happening later this month and the group behind it.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
Get an 11% rebate on everything to grow the perfect lawn now at Menards. Make your lawn stand out with our wide selection of grass seed. Schultz Quick Lawn Grass Seed is an easy fix for bare spots or thinning areas. A 3-pound bag is only $6.99 after rebate. Need more coverage? Schultz Sun and Shade Grass Mix covers up to 13,000 square feet. These 20-pound bags are $49.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Pre-shop the Madison Lighting Big Spring Sale now. Save on all lighting, every ceiling fan, mirror, and all home decor. Go for it. Pre-shop their spring sale and save 15% on everyday low prices. Better hurry.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge.
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. This is the next generation of built Ford tough. See your Ford dealer today and celebrate leadership with special offers on Ford F-Series.
When you need new flooring, you'll want quality materials, some design advice, and the best installers you can find. At H&R Carpets and Flooring, we deliver floors that look beautiful too. On sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
It's 6 p.m. in Wisconsin, and you want to know what happened throughout the day. That's where News 3 Now at 6 comes in. Moving forward, while you're navigating your day, we're out in the community, uncovering the stories and finding the answers you're looking for. Local breaking news, in-depth reports, getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward. Weeknights. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back. Madison's calling on painters for a big project.
Yeah, this is cool. The city's looking ahead to its experiment to turn part of State Street into a pedestrian mall this summer and asking for your help doing some decorating. April 21st, people of all ages can volunteer to help local artists paint 4 original 20-foot circle murals. There you go. That's taking place between Gorham and Hawthorne Court. The city's looking for help painting more than 150 Madison-themed stencils designed by a local artist.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Again, this is all happening Sunday, April 21st. You can sign up for a painting shift between 10 and 1, noon to 3, or for both shifts. You can pre-register up on channel3000.com. And if it rains on the 21st, the city plans to hold it on May 5th. So there you go. Pretty cool.
Some more local news now. 15 local agencies are going to get $41,000 in food grants. The money comes from the Tamara D. Grigsby Office of Equity and Inclusion. The grants fall into one of two categories: small grants, $2,000 or less, and large grants, more than $2,000, between $2,000 and $4,000. Small grant recipients include the Verona Downtown Farmers Market and the Madison Public Schools Foundation. Large grant recipients include the Madison Children's Museum and the River Food Pantry. A full list of recipients is up right now at channel3000.com.
All right, it's 6:44, and we're looking ahead to a free health fair happening later this month with the goal of making a big difference here in the 608.
Josh Ryder's here to tell us all about it. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. A group of folks making healthcare more accessible to parts of the community who may not have the ease of getting that care. We first featured them last year. Now their second annual event is set for Saturday, April 20th. That's next weekend. Anderson and Shapiro Eye Surgeons will once again be partnering with the Lions Eye Bank of Wisconsin and the Lions Club. They'll provide a free eyeglass screening to anyone of any age in the greater Madison area. This includes free eyeglasses if needed. But even if you don't need a screening, you may still be able to help this morning. If you have any unused or damaged glasses just sitting there at home, you can donate them for someone else in need through the Lions Eye Bank of Wisconsin. They will be put to good use helping one of our neighbors. This health fair is first come, first served, and all ages are welcome. All you have to do is show up between 9 and 3 on Saturday, April 20th at their offices. That's 1200 John Q. Hammonds Drive on Madison's west side. In addition to the eye screenings, there's also a free booth on site through Elite Hearing Center. They're going to be providing free hearing tests. So this is a one-stop shop sort of event. You can find all these details up on channel3000.com. Again, this is next weekend. Wanted to give you ample time to plan ahead. Lead photographer Mark Schilling is already on top of it. I actually opened up. There's 2 in this one. So he's got 3
relics.
glasses.
Yeah.
I know. These look like they're from Odd 6. I don't know where Mark had these at. But hey, it doesn't matter. They'll take anything, which is really great.
You know, always being able to reuse stuff like that. They could pop the lenses out. They can, use the screws. I've had to get the screw replaced on mine so many different times. So anything helps, right?
Yeah. I got a couple up here that are willing to donate to the cause.
Sure.
Dig those up.
And I think so many people are just like that, right? They have these just sitting at home. Why not get them out of the house and put them to a good cause?
People are always thinking, oh, I might need them. I've got like 3 backup pairs, you know?
Yeah.
Good. Get rid of them.
The viewers are going to miss you for a stretch here. You going to tell them where you're going?
So I leave tomorrow for my wedding. So yeah, I'll be out the rest of this week and the following week. And then we'll hope to send some photos so you guys can run on Monday. The official ceremony's on Friday. And then I'll be off, be back here in a couple of Mondays. So then we'll share more when I'm back. But super excited. As you know, Arlie Linscheid, she's officiating the wedding. So she's all excited.
Nice little reunion for you guys down in Mexico.
I know. This will be their first trip since baby number 2 as well. So yeah, a lot of excitement.
We're so excited for you.
Thank you. Yes,
so
it's going to be great.
Guys.
It's feeling real.
Here.
Yeah, it's here.
Awesome, Josh. Thanks.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with everyone in the 608. So if you have an idea you'd like to see on TV, let them know about it.
All right, let's send things outside. Kelly Slifka is on the patio with your first warm weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I can hear a woodpecker behind me, and the birds are really waking up this morning. I guess they're ready for some spring, and hopefully we are over that hump and get some nicer weather than what we had last week at this time. You got to remember, it was just a week ago we had all that snow. Well, not the case this morning. We've got quiet weather, but they do have some severe weather. A severe weather threat across Texas, the lower Mississippi Valley again today. Believe it or not, this is the system that's going to be moving to the north and east slowly over the next couple of days and bring us an opportunity for some rain. Thankfully, it does not look like any kind of severe storms for us, just kind of a wet, soggy, cooler Thursday, but nothing like what we saw. Once again, this was a week ago when we got all that snow. Yeah, the lake was open. We got snow on top of that. And, you know, it wasn't a very good ice fishing year, but making do with what we had. All right, we do have clear skies right now. Temperatures today should get very close to 60, running above our average, which now is 54. The sun now sets now at 7:34. All right, we are looking at pretty nice weather today and also tomorrow. Mild weather. In fact, tomorrow will actually be milder than today. We do have some wet weather, and it's going to be a steady wet rain on, I guess rain's always wet, but I should say a steady rainy, cool day on Thursday. That'll continue into Thursday night. Meantime, just quiet with sunshine, a few clouds rolling in from the west as temperatures climb through the 50s. Should be getting very close to 60, kind of like what we had yesterday with temperatures near 60. But we do have the system coming in from the south. We've got the cool air coming in from the north. Those two will converge, bring us a cool, rainy day. No severe weather threat with that. Thankfully, no snow with that as well, but it will just be cool, wet weather on Thursday night. Friday, kind of the transition day. Then we get into some very mild weather going into the weekend. It's going to be looking really nice by then. But we'll track the system coming in late Wednesday night. Won't be till well after midnight, more likely 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Pretty steady rain from Madison areas to the east, maybe not quite as much to the west, at least initially, but I think eventually that'll fill in toward the Mississippi River as we go through Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. And then we're just looking at some drier weather come our way on Friday. Rainfall could be pretty hefty, especially from Madison to the south. This has been the case over the last several weeks, where southern Wisconsin seeing the most of the rain, while areas to the west not seeing quite as much. 46 in Madison right now, also Janesville, 37 in Mineral Point, 42 in Lone Rock, and across Dane County, it's down to 39 in Sauk City, Cross Plains, and Mount Horeb. 39 in Verona, while it's 45 right now in Middleton, 41 in Sun Prairie and Cottage Grove. 60 today, so running above average, all the way up to 67 tomorrow. Another nice day to be outside. Enjoy that, because Thursday is going to be kind of a wet, soggy day. Rain, breezy, cool, 50s. Still kind of cool Friday, but we warm quickly this weekend. 67 Saturday, 72 on Sunday.
All right, Kelly, thank you.
Coming up, the free health program ending this week and who the NAIA is excluding from its competitions.
We'll have today's top headlines next in the Morning Sprint.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture right here on News 3 Now This Morning.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. The value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Looking for fitness that fits your budget? Join Planet Fitness. Now through April 12th, you can save big when you join for $1 down and just $10 a month. Cancel anytime. That's almost 25% off your monthly membership. Get big fitness energy without the big investment. Never intimidating, always free fitness training. Equipment for every workout. Don't miss out. Join the judgment-free zone today and get energized for $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
best areas that we found, unfortunately, which is probably the area that we found were suffering the most, was from tax.
Mm-hmm.
And so by building this wealth optimization team, right, where we can bring in CFAs, CFPs, tax attorneys, CPAs, and really get to the heart of the matter of, targeted, risk, institutionally managed portfolios, to specialized indexing strategies, to basically helping people make that transition from accumulation to distribution and understand that it's a whole nother game.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Lyle Lovett and his large band. The 4-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. July 2nd, Overture Center for the Arts.
Of all the days I love best the 12th of June.
Reserve seats on sale now at overture.org. An unforgettable night with Lyle Lovett and his large band live.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
The UConn Huskies are still the champs of men's college basketball. They took down Purdue last night 75-60, becoming the first team to repeat as champs since 2006. 2007. This is the Huskies' 6th national championship, 3rd all-time in men's college basketball. UConn's Tristan Newton was named Most Outstanding Player of the Final Four.
The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics is excluding trans women from women's sports. NAIA President Jim Carr says all athletes ineligible for women's competition can participate in men's sports instead. He told CBS News he believes the rule aligns with Title IX, saying that you're allowed to have separate but equal opportunities for women to compete.
President Biden is looking to cancel up to $20,000 for student borrowers who've seen their balance grow beyond its original amount. That would forgive some unpaid interest for about 25 million people, with 23 million seeing their interest erased. The plan would automatically cancel loans for people who are eligible for forgiveness programs.
Happening in Washington today, Vice President Kamala Harris will meet with families of Americans who Hamas took hostage. Harris will meet with those families in the afternoon. It comes amid ongoing negotiations for the release of the remaining hostages.
For the 10th month in a row, the Earth has set a new monthly heat record. This past March being the hottest for air temperatures and the world's oceans. Scientists attribute most of that to human-caused climate change, but they say the El Nino weather pattern is also playing a role. We are supposed to transition out of the El Nino sometime between now and June.
The state's Department of Health Services is ending its free COVID antiviral treatment on Wednesday. People using that program now have to access COVID-19 antiviral treatments through their healthcare provider, community clinic, or pharmacy. The cost of appointments and treatment will now depend on your health insurance.
The State Patrol is reminding drivers to be aware of changing traffic conditions as farms start ramping up to full production. If you see a farm vehicle, you must slow down. It is against the law to pass any farm vehicle in a no passing zone.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock and a nice start to our Tuesday. We do have quite a bit of sunshine, a few clouds rolling in as we go through the morning hours in the afternoon, especially areas to the west. Should be in the low 50s here at the noon hour, topping out very close to 60. Partly sunny skies and noticeable west wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So pretty nice Tuesday for us, kind of like yesterday as we get up close to 60 with partly sunny skies today. Headed off to the bus stop, looking at some chilly temperatures this morning, but warmer this afternoon as we will continue to see these temperatures climb. 67 tomorrow before some of that rain spreads in on a Thursday. Beautiful weekend, 67 Saturday, 72 Sunday.
All right, looking forward to these temps. Stay with us. We're back with another news and weather update in 30 minutes.